last opportunity for some players to book their place in the semi-finals tomorrow. The semi-finals, of course, knockout stage of this competition. Next up, we have a player that's already booked his place in the semi-final. Viktor Axelsen, the defending champion, up against the number 3 seed Prannoy of India. When we look at the group standings, we can see that Axelsen played 1-2. Lu Guangzhou and Kodai Naraoka are playing each other later. They've both won one match, so one of those two players will, by the end of today, have won 2 matches within the group, which is a straight qualification between Lu and Naraoka. Prannoy has lost both of his matches, cannot qualify for the semi-final stage, and Viktor Axelsen is already guaranteed his place in the semi-final. So this, no meaning as far as the qualification for semi-finals is concerned. And the fact that Viktor Axelsen has won both of his matches in 2 straight games, whereas Naraoka and Lu Guangzhou both won their matches against Prannoy in 3 games. So I think that means that Viktor Axelsen will top the group regardless, doesn't it, Steen?
Yeah, the 2 top players in the group will both have won at least 2 matches, and Viktor Axelsen have beaten both the 2 possible players, so he will have the advantage in the head-to-head. He's going to win the group no matter if he wins or loses this match here.
Yeah. So
and Prannoy is going to finish 4th no matter what.
Yeah. But there's a certain amount of pride at stake here. And Prannoy has beaten Viktor Axelsen. In fact, the last time they played each other, Prannoy won. That was at the Indonesian Masters in Bali. 750 events, 3 weeks of 3 tournaments in Bali at the end of last year.
Viktor
Prannoy beat Axelsen in the 2nd round. But it was very different conditions. It was very slow playing conditions as we welcome the reigning world and Olympic champion, Viktor Axelsen. Been in 5 end-of-year championship finals, having won 3 of them from only 6 appearances. Previous appearances, that is, at this particular event. Really made this one of his own. Not the most successful player, men's singles player, in end-of-season championships, though. That honour at the moment is with Lee Chong-wei. Both Lee Chong-wei and Viktor Axelsen have contested 5 finals at the end-of-year championships. But Lee Chong-wei has won 4 titles, whereas Axelsen only 3. Here is Prannoy. The strapping on his knee, Steen, is getting bigger and bigger each day. That's very, very concerning. The number 3 seed, by virtue of the fact that Prannoy finished the year on the race to these World Tour finals, ranked 3, and that's been his highest ever finish. And in consequence, this is his first ever World Tour finals. He's done himself proud, even though he hasn't won a match, because he's been on court for 2 hours, 24 minutes for his first 2 matches. I wonder if that'll take its toll for today. Viktor Axelsen, both of his matches in under 40 minutes.
Great.
So this will be a 7th meeting between these 2. Previous 6, as you can see. Just that 1 win the last time they played to Prannoy. But of the 6 previous occasions, 4 times it's gone to 3 games, which means that obviously Prannoy feels reasonably comfortable playing against the 6'4" Viktor Axelsen. So I wasn't paying attention, Steen. I hope you were. Who won the toss and who chose what?
Prannoy won the coin toss and chose the far side of the court, and Axelsen chose to serve.
Thank you. Well, I'm not surprised players choosing ends if they win the toss of the coin. What surprises me is if they don't choose ends. So Prannoy has chosen to start the more difficult end of the court, control the shuttle. He's hitting with the drift. Oh my goodness. Well, I told you he was tall, 194, 6'4", current world #1, enjoying his 104th week in his third spell as world #1. Finished on the Race to the World Tour finals, third consecutive year that he finished #1 on that ranking list. And there you can see on Wednesday he beat Lu Guangzhou 13 and 11. That was the longer of the two matches, 39 minutes. Kodai Naraoka yesterday, and it was just 33 minutes. Look at the scoreline in the opening game, 5 and 15. In fact, he was well up in the second game and just seemed to go off the boil a little bit, Viktor Axelsen. Prannoy, HS stands for Hasina Sunil, and there's a Kumar in there somewhere.
Ready to play.
Born in Kerala. Now, I did check that out. He was born in Kerala, not Delhi. And their confirmation of what I was telling you. An hour and 24 minutes for his two matches so far, losing both of his matches in 3 games. So, Ong Swee Kaya from Malaysia are our umpire for this one. And service judge Dito from France.
Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, all right, Prannoy HS, India. And on my left, Viktor Axelsen, Denmark. Viktor Axelsen to serve, level, play.
So the defending champion and 3-time winner of this event, Viktor Axelsen, getting this last group match for these two players underway.
Service over, 1 love. Service over, 1-0.
Now there looked an issue with his movement forward, Steen. Lunging forward on that bandaged knee. He looked a little tentative to me.
We talked about it in the first match that it had more strapping on than we're usually seeing, but I think he's done actually reasonably well in the tournament. Prannoy here, he was in position to win both his previous matches, ended up losing them, but doing that, then I agree, he looks a bit cautious in terms of certain movements.
3-2.
That's a long way long of the back line.
3-0.
Drift far more reminiscent of Wednesday's drift rather than yesterday's, which didn't seem so severe. as far as the lengthways drift was concerned.
A lot of good play in the beginning of that rally from Prannoy.
Oh, that's a lovely drop.
Service over. 4-0.
Reached the final of the Swiss Open early this year, Prannoy. Only World Tour tournament final. Oh, my goodness, look at the steepness of that. Yes,
Service
phenomenal.
over. 5-4.
Lost out in the final in Basel to Jonathan Christie. Oh, did strings go there?
Service over. 5-0.
No, obviously not.
Service over. 6-5.
I'm going to ask the impossible question, Steen, because nobody seems to have figured it out, how to beat Axelsen. But in theory, what should Prannoy be trying to do here? I mean, Axelsen's only lost 2 matches all year.
Yeah. So he's obviously going to have patience, because it's going to be a lot of long rallies, and he can only expect to play well. He can hope to play well from the middle of the second game and the rest of the match. He's got to play with the right height on his lift, which means that should be a height that leaves Axelsen moving, and then he's got to move him between the back and the front court. I mean, he's improved his movement so much, Viktor Axelsen, in the past 2.5 years or so, but he's still 194, and the front court is, in my opinion, the key. And then you can put variations in on some of the other areas. Then it's really important to dominate the net, and I'm looking forward to see. I hope, I can't be too biased, but I still hope that, from what I've seen so far in the tournament, I hope we see a final between Viktor Axelsen and Anthony Ginting, because I think that could be a challenge, because Ginting has looked good in this tournament here with his pace and his touch at the net. And some drift. This is not Axelsen's favorite conditions. I mean, had the shuttle been a little bit slower, drift is not too much of a problem. A little bit less drift as well. Slow and not too much drift. Then he would have been feeling even more secure. But here I think there's an opening for perhaps Christie. I'm not so sure, but Ginting, I could see him challenge Axelsen in this tournament here.
Interesting. Just wide.
Service over.
Well, that'll be a run of 5 straight points. Oh, Yeah, good disguise.
7-10.
Now, let's look at that again. Did he slip? I'm not sure we'll see it.
Victor, please check.
No, couldn't see it.
Oh, but the left foot, here it comes.
Yeah,
the
left foot.
Slips.
Yeah.
Thank you. Seven, 10. Oh. Service over. 11-7.
Finally
Interval.
flicked serve and gaining no advantage whatsoever. Axelsen to the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage. Look at the angle he gets on that. Superb. 11-7, the defending champion leads.
Han gerne ligge og droppe nedad, holde nedad. Og så vente, ikke? Bare så for at flytte ham.
Og derfor spiller han ind til dig, og så løfter det på den første.
Ja, bare spiller tilbage.
Ja, spiller tilbage. Ja. Og lige blive der fremme, så han kan se, der er lukket her. Og så kommer det, du gerne vil. Ja. Fordi ellers begynder det at gå for langsomt, så bliver det en slagøvelse.
Ja, nemlig. Lige frem og lige spille ikke som mandespil.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Victor, your towel.
Catch any of that, Steen?
Yeah, they were discussing that Prannoy wants to sort of play the front court and even play the sort of in-between shots that goes to the white, the first service line that you can't really do anything on, and then looking for lifts like that, and then playing back at the front court of Axelsen, and if Axelsen is not proactive there, then they talked about it became much more like an exercise instead of real match play. So he wanted to stay close to the net to put pressure on Prannoy, and I think that's a good idea to stay close to the net, because we know from the drift that Prannoy can't play the backcourt with any confidence. So there's a chance it's going to go too short or too long. There it was. Oy. Could have followed up on that, Axelsen.
Oh, that's a beauty.
But I think we must commend the two players, because we've seen quite a good match so far, given that there's no significance in terms of the tournament. They're locked into their positions in the group. But a lot of good badminton.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not so easy to, I mean, you definitely come in with a goal that you want to try and do things and want to play it as a regular match, or a match that you, when you started to play badminton, when you started to play for fun, because it's fun playing badminton, I want to see if I can beat the opponent and so on. That's the conscious goals that you have, perhaps alongside some others, but then when you get on court and actually stand there, then the unconscious takes over, that knows that you're locked in your position as fourth and first in the group, and basically if you don't win one rally, then maybe you win another rally, and it doesn't really mean that much.
9-13, change.
Yeah, thought it was going to go wide. He actually took his racket away. Probably could have reached that, Axelsen.
And one of the things that Axelsen could use this match for is he's not been a lot on court so far. So trying to get an even better feel for the conditions here.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, it's I absolutely agree with you, but also he will be wanting to win every match as quickly as possible, so that he keeps himself as fit as possible for semi-finals and possibly final.
I think that's the conscious goal that he's going in on court with. Keep the good emotions from the two first matches, get revenge. I'm certain he's gone in with the purpose of trying to win it to 5-5.
Service over, 11-14.
That was ambitious.
Quick one.
Springs went. Leaping from the base position in the centre of the court to play the round the head smash. Spectacular to watch, I know that.
And as for Prannoy, I mean, we're talking about the strapping on his knee, but it can't be too serious, because then this would be a good time to sort of call it a day and retire and say, you know, my knees,
Yeah.
I don't want it to get any worse. Can't better his position in the group, but
11-14.
luckily he's playing.
12-14.
Well, all of a sudden, he's right back in this, isn't he? 5 of the last 6 points.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone long.
Service
Read it.
over,
Prannoy, he was where he needed to be.
12.
Just wide.
16-12.
Look at the body language. Yeah, that's concerning if you're an Indian fan. And that's the problem, Steve, when he can't better 4th in the group.
Yeah.
You know, you miss one like that, and it's
It doesn't
human
really
nature.
matter.
It's human nature. You say, oh no.
Yeah.
You know, whereas if it mattered, really mattered, he wouldn't show that. He would be right. Okay, made a mistake. Next
Yeah.
rally.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, no matter how well you try to emulate that something is at stake, your unconscious self knows that this match is only a exhibition match.
Yeah.
But you can try and do it as good as possible, knowing that it's an exhibition match.
Viktor Axelsen challenges.
Well,
all
could have
in.
easily played that. Axelsen thought it was going to go wide, but the sideways drift may well have brought that in. The line judge called it in. Axelsen wants the instant review to tell him for sure. Yeah, it was.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 13-18. Play.
Oh, what happened there with his movement? Axelsen. Something very odd. Almost lost his balance, I think.
14-18.
Oh, there it was. There it was. Yeah. Did you see that,
No,
Steve?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, his left leg sort of almost collapsed.
Service over. 19.
I was watching
14.
Axelsen's family, who's present here in Bangkok, and has entered the spectator seating, watching Papa Vico play.
Game point opportunities.
Game point 14.
Oh, that is brilliant. It's one of his favourite shots, but every time I see it, I watch in awe
First game
at
won
the
by
angle and
Viktor Axelsen,
steepness he gets on that.
21-14.
Axelsen, just watch where this shuttle lands. That's just extraordinary. So steep over the net. And the opening game, 21-14 in 17 minutes.
Yes. Når din mellemspil ikke bliver for langt, kan du sagtens mærke her, så kommer jeg ind og får det net, og så ender det med et løft med bue på. Så det er enormt vigtigt, at når du ligger så højt, at du tør at spille den ind i det der, langt ind i hendes mellemspil. Fordi, og så skal du bare være klar, for så kan godt finde.
Der skal lige være lidt, ja, nemlig det der tempo på forbanen, ikke?
Jo, men det er bare så ligger det for kort, og så går den op og tager det net, og så bliver den nødt til at løfte igen. Så det skal lige en gang længere ind, og så skal du gøre det stort, så han kan se, at der er ikke plads her. Så du får de der flade der, som du kan hoppe ud i, som den sidste er.
Jeg burde fyre den dernede lidt mere nu, ikke?
Det tror jeg.
Jeg skal lige passe på at krydsløfte.
Men om ikke andet, den her vej ud af hans forhånd.
Ja.
Ud af hans forhånd, der er plads den vej nu, ikke? Det er op imod.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Prannoy. Thank you.
So a change of shuttle before the start of this second game, and I'm guessing that Axelsen's father-in-law, his coach, was pretty happy with the opening game, was he?
Nah, not necessarily.
You didn't hear what he was saying?
Yeah, they talked about these, I call them in-between shots, but we could say neutral zone. Oi! He's gone. He's gone for the knockout.
Well, if that had hit him in the eye, let's have a look. Watch.
Love.
No. I think it got him on the headband, didn't it? Yeah, he's all right.
But the neutral zone play, they feel that Prannoy is getting out of it too well, and they want to make a couple of adjustments, and then Axelsen should sort of fill something on court. So there's not a lot of room for Prannoy to lift above Axelsen. That's good play from the Dane. That was exactly one of the things they discussed. And then they also discussed what about his own lifts, now lifting with the drift, and they talked about the forehand side of Prannoy as the better side to lift to. Axelsen wanting to use a bit of cross lifts because he's got more court to work with there.
Pushed it long.
Service over.
When you said a moment ago that's what they talked about, was that the attack to a body attack?
No, it was getting up and sort of making a presence felt on court. That there's not a whole lot of room left to play it over Axelsen, so he's there to attack it and get in and take the initiative. There he was, ready again.
Service
Had
over.
it been inside.
3-0.
Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted. Playing to the neutral zone and inviting Prannoy to play the net first, because it looks almost impossible to play it past Axelsen. That gives Axelsen the possibility of playing back sharp at the net and get the lifts. And it went the other way for a big part of the first game, and that's what they discussed, that they were trying to rectify here in the second game.
Service over. 4-5.
And it's for the rest of the tournament for Axelsen, it's the play on this far side of the court here that becomes super important for him.
Service over. 6.
Learning how to deal with the drift.
Yeah, I
playing
think
with the drift.
I think he has the plan on what to do, but to get that extra feeling and to try it out more and more times, that's important.
Challenge here from Prannoy. Clearly long, that's a wasted challenge.
Challenge successful. 1 challenge remaining. 7-4. Play.
Good service return by Prannoy.
Service over. 5-7. Service over. 8-5.
All of that rally, that past rally, was also basically what they were talking about. Neutral zone lifts over the opponent. What Axelsen would do when the lift was played over him.
And that's
9-5.
lift certainly not high enough or deep enough from Prannoy. Problem is, he's made, is it 2 or 3 errors hitting long of the back line?
Exactly.
And now he's a little bit nervous about...
Gets intercepted.
Yeah.
So next thing, he's going to play an extra to the front court, most likely.
Nice.
There it was. And he was successful doing it.
Service over.
Yeah.
6.
That's one that they can look at afterwards on video. He shouldn't have been allowed to play that drop shot back from his backhand, Prannoy. Axelsen should have closed that.
Play. Service over. 10-6.
You mentioned at the very first day, Joe, the lunge to the forehand of Prannoy, and even if he can lunge, I think his quality of the shot is not as if he had no strapping on that knee and it was totally fresh.
Yeah.
Shot. That's a good rally by Prannoy.
Yeah.
8-10.
He took more initiative. He was more positive, Prannoy, in that rally.
Change.
Oh, I think we can safely say Axelsen read that drop.
Interval.
Intercepted it like a doubles player. Take a look at this. Look, he's going forward already. 3-point advantage at this mid-game interval. Axelsen at the moment looking very good indeed.
Og så en god variation, de der tryk, men også lige så for at spille mennesker.
Og hvis du kan ud i den defensive grader mod fingbageren, ja. Eller frem og ind mod midt, så du får neutraliseret det. Ja.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Det ved jeg.
11-8.
Anything of significance?
No, just small things. And basically, they were satisfied, and just reinforcements. Wow.
Service over.
It's hardly seemed to touch
9,
that.
No, exactly.
11.
Missed it.
10, 11.
Well, had that landed in, Prannoy was nowhere near it. Hadn't anticipated the cross-court smash at all.
Service over. 12-10.
There's
Oh,
a challenge.
yes, challenge.
Prannoy HS
Yeah, I thought that was a service error.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh, if he's wrong, he's got no challenges left. Yeah, clearly long service error from Axelsen.
Correction. Out. Service over. 11-12. Play.
Oh, that's
12.
nice judgment there from Axelsen. All of a sudden, Prannoy is back level. And another misjudgment.
Yeah, but it was again where Axelsen played the net first.
12.
And I mean, when you play the net first, it's very rarely that it's a really, really tight net shot. But it sort of feeds your opponent so he can play the tight net shot and you have to lift. And that was what they wanted to avoid. Great play by Prannoy.
Change. 14-12.
Also sensing that Axelsen perhaps is a little bit hesitant playing cross and sort of activating the sideways drift.
14-12.
8 of the last 10 points to Prannoy.
15-12.
9 of 11. 5 straight points. Oh, behind the back from Axelsen.
Missing a step there.
He was leading 10-6, was Axelsen. Now finds himself 16-12 down.
Yeah, it's good practice playing the difficult side of the court.
Play.
Oh, good net shot. It was fast in from Axelsen.
Change. Service over. 13-16. Thank you. Viktor.
And in.
Yeah, it's good control.
14-16.
Good length from Axelsen there. Excellent.
So it's over. 17-14.
Looking for the chance there, Prannoy. Hoping it will occur. There it was. And then he is ready to take advantage of it. Most of the times the chance doesn't occur. He will have to go play another shot. But when it comes, then it's about being ready, being there.
14.
How quickly things can change.
Yeah.
Looks to be cruising at 10-6 in this second game, having already won the first, Axelsen. And now it very much looks as if we'll go to a third and deciding game. It's wide of the centre line.
Unsighted.
But we've seen it over the years with Prannoy when he's been injury-free, beating Lin Dan, beating Lee Chong-wei. He's a badminton clever player.
So it's over.
It was clearly wide.
15,
I know you said the other day, Steve, that
Yeah.
you like the fact that the umpires were who have to call the front service line and the centre line. You like the fact that they're asking for the instant
20,
review. That was so
game
far
point,
wide.
15.
I don't like it because it disrupts play.
Yeah, that's too much.
Game point opportunities for Prannoy to level this at one game apiece.
Service over. 16-20.
What I don't like about this from Axelsen's perspective is that Prannoy has won the front court without playing the back court. Good shot.
17-20.
That's long of the back line, and it is indeed one game all. 21-17, the second game in favour of Hasina Sunil Prannoy of India. Coming from 6-10 down to close out the second game, 21-17. 35 minutes into the match, and one game all.
చేసుకున్నాను చూడు వాడు ఫ్లాగ్ కొడుతుంది నువ్వు క్రాస్ అండ్ ట్రాక్ కొడుతుండు బ్యాక్ అండ్ ట్రాక్ కొడుతుండు బ్లాక్ చేయదు ఏది అది సడన్గా యూజ్ చేసేసుకో హాఫ్ స్క్రీన్ లిఫ్ట్ కొట్టాడు అది ఎందుకంటే గట్టి కొట్టాడు అనుకో బ్యాక్ అండ్ ట్రై కొట్టు ఫట్ అని
वो फीलिंग आता ही नहीं है भाई इट्स शेडल इज वेरी डिफरेंट दिस कांट डू स्ट्रेट ब्लॉक ही आ रहा है
सॉफ्ट ब्लॉक कोशिश कर जब सेंटर में जाए तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं जाता नहीं गया बस मार दे ऐसे को ऑपरेशन
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, this,
Final game.
I'm sure, is a surprise to many people.
Play.
One game all. Prannoy against Axelsen. It's gone long of the back line.
1 love. Love.
It's amazing, isn't it, how fragile confidence is in sport.
Yeah.
Service over.
I think if I were Prannoy, I would definitely try a flick, even on this side where he's playing with the drift. You only have to start it, and if you can do that, then he actually benefits because it travels really fast past Axelsen. And of course, the idea is that it has to slow down later.
There's a bit of a competition about verbal celebrations after the rallies between these two men.
Good play by Prannoy. He's attacking now whenever he has the chance to.
Viktor Axelsen's challenges call out.
I think that's a risky challenge. It's early in the deciding game. You want to keep some challenges up your sleeve. I thought
Challenge
it was
was
risky.
successful. One challenge remaining. 4-2, play.
Yeah, good smash.
Service over. 3-4. Service over. 5-3.
(49-2), his win-loss record for the year before he came into this match. Axelsen.
Service over. 4-6.
No wonder he's annoyed at himself. That's an absolute gift to his opponent. Error on the return of serve. Can't afford that.
And that was what the Danes talked about in the previous game, that sort of making your presence felt when you played the net from the far side of the court. So it was impossible to get it past you. And he really is making his presence felt, Prannoy. He missed it.
That is extraordinary.
Service
That was
over.
absolute dreadful return of serve from Axelsen. He'll be the first to admit it. It was awful. And then Prannoy misses the kill. Quite extraordinary.
7-8.
I wonder if that could be a turning point, you know.
Yeah, could be.
Sometimes a big miss like that. No,
Service over.
second service error.
9-7.
was a nice backhand cross-court net shot.
8-9.
Yeah, played with speed. I like that.
Service over. 10-8. Ten, 8.
Oh, it's a super return of serve.
Service over.
Swayed the body one way, hit the shuttle the other.
10.
Yeah. Lovely service return.
So who's going to have the advantage at the change of ends?
Good control.
And the answer is Prannoy.
Service over. 11-10. Interval. Change ends.
Seems to have lost his spatial awareness, Viktor Axelsen. Struggled in the second game especially. Struggled on that last shot. That was clearly in.
Okay, ja. Det er 2 fejlbedømmelser, ellers har du kørt straight igennem siden begynder at gøre det her. That's it.
Jeg er bare nødt til at komme op og bare acceptere det ikke lige da jeg skal spille den store bane. Så bare hakke til den.
Nå, men så længe at du er så god.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Go straight, go. Ja?
And the advice?
11-10.
I'm not sure there was any that I could hear. I only heard the first part of the conversation, but it was interesting that Henrik Rode said it's only the second misjudgment. You've had 2 misjudgment. All the others have been correct. And Axelsen replying, I just have to accept that it's a day that I don't play the big court. I just whack it. But the thing is that he's going to sort of create his own chances to whack it, because Prannoy is not going to lift freely or voluntarily. That's a sign of exactly that. He's committed to playing the net whenever there's a possibility. Good shot. Excellent shot.
That's a very, very good shot.
And again, Axelsen overcommitting.
13,
Yeah.
12.
Overcommitting and misjudging. The other one lands clearly in.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play by Prannoy.
12.
Challenging at the net. He knows that if he is to have a chance, he's got to win the net.
14, 12.
The risk is that he makes some errors, but I mean, that's better than just lifting all the time.
Yeah. And you know, the significance of this, Steen, because I think Axelsen this year has had sort of an aura of invincibility. And I think the other players, when they've gone onto court against him, most of the time have thought, Axelsen's playing too well. And I think that this might break the spell. So other players will start to believe that they too can beat Axelsen. So it's important for Axelsen that he actually wins this match.
Did you see that backhand smash? I agree. It's always important to to see that things are possible.
Service
Third
over.
service error.
16-13.
Way wrong.
17-13.
And it's fair to say that Axelsen hasn't figured out the key to play the far side of the court against Prannoy. Again, challenging, successful, a bit lucky, but everything counts. Perhaps the lucky ones even count a bit more because they're detrimental to your opponent's moral.
Well, now or never as far as Axelsen is concerned. He's got to start making his move.
A little increase of pace there from Axelsen in the flat game. He's read it, Prannoy. He's done so well in covering his forehand side.
Service over. 16-19.
Yeah, this isn't over yet, you know.
Oh, is he able to close this one, Prannoy?
Yeah, we've seen him struggle to close out matches in the past, haven't we? 1 point in it.
18-19.
What a save by Axelsen.
Gone long. It's match point opportunities for Prannoy.
Service over. 20. Match point. 18.
He's done it. 2 consecutive wins over Viktor Axelsen in the last 2 times that these 2 men have met. Prannoy, who still finishes 4th in the group,
Match won by Prannoy
and Axelsen beaten in 2022 for only a 3rd time. Well, Axelsen will still top the group. He's still in the semi-final tomorrow. But it will be interesting to see come tomorrow whether that's affected the confidence of Axelsen and how it affects the other players, as I was alluding to a little earlier. Axelsen is human after all.
Yeah, and a great way for Prannoy to leave the tournament.
Yeah. 14-21, 21-17, 21-18 in the deciding game in a match lasting 51 minutes. So next up is women's singles, and it's Herbing Jiao, already qualified for the semi-final, up against the home player, Dusanan Ongbangarangpang. Welcome back to Bangkok, the venue for the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals for 2022. Well, it's the last of the group matches today, the last chances for some players to qualify for the semi-final knockout stage. But that's not the case in our next match, the women's singles, because Herbing Jiao, the number 3 seed, is already qualified for the semi-final stage, and Busanan Ongbangorongpan of Thailand, even if she wins today.